At 50, the hospital becomes familiar. At 18, it was just one cigarette. At 50, the doctor says the word you feared. At 18, fast food felt harmless. At 50, you study your scan like it's a verdict. At 18, you skip the gym without a thought. At 50, exhaustion follows you everywhere. At 18, energy drinks replaced sleep. At 50, hospital corridors feel longer. At 18, sunscreen felt unnecessary. At 50, you sit alone thinking about choices. At 18, vaping felt modern, not dangerous. At 50, hair loss becomes part of the journey. At 18, health class was just another boring lecture. At 50, your eyes carry quiet battles. At 18, junk food filled the late nights. At 50, your family sits beside you in silence. At 18, alcohol flowed without limits. At 50, medicine schedules rule your day. At 18, vegetables were always optional. At 50, you read pamphlets about survival. At 18, checkups felt unnecessary. At 50, love shows up stronger than ever. At 18, the cough was easy to ignore. At 50, memories feel heavier. At 18, the screen kept you inside all day. At 50, treatment becomes routine. At 18, processed food became routine. At 50, sleep doesn't always come easy. At 18, soda replaced water. At 50, each step takes effort. At 18, gym class was something to avoid. At 50, reflection replaces denial. At 18, tanning under harsh sun felt fun. At 50, a hospital bracelet marks your wrist. At 18, lighting up felt grown up. At 50, phone calls carry heavy news. At 18, I'm fine was the easy answer. At 50, rain outside feels different now. At 18, sitting all day felt normal.